Ah, great. It's not going well this morning. I was feeling a whole lot better than I was yesterday, but you didn't know I wasn't feeling good yesterday. This is take number 2 today. I just actually babbled for like 25 minutes, and then it turns out there was some kind of problem. And I thought the problem was actually on twitch.tv, but apparently it was here. And it had recorded more on Twitch than it did every place else. And you know what? My hair is calmer than it was when I started doing this about a half an hour ago. All right. From the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshall Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. It's Tuesday, October 26th, 2 days before my dog Sasha's 10th birthday. I don't have her picture up on this laptop. Time to send the Daily Yo again to any viewers who I have on Twitch who are now gone. My viewer is gone. So I should just wait until I see one show up. Then I will say yo to my viewer. Oh, man. Well, that's annoying. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's see if maybe I can do a better one than I did, the one that nobody has seen. This is Quasim Benson from St. Elizabeth's High School. We talked about him on Saturday because of his big day against St. Andrew's School in Middletown playing football. Here's the Vikings, Quasim Benson. He is a junior, and on that day, as we discussed, he rushed for 8 touchdowns. Now, and just those 8 touchdowns alone, they were for a total of 312 yards. But in total for the game, he rushed for 507 yards, had 19 yards in receiving, had a kickoff return for 16 yards, 542 total yards. The 8 touchdowns puts him on the record book at the National Federation of High School Sports. It's not a record, it's on the record book. So the record's 13, and a couple people had 12, some people had 10, some people had 9, some people had 8. Only 14 people had rushed for more than 8 touchdowns in a game since records were available, or those that are available and sent in over 100 years, by the way. So that was a big day, man. Leader of the free world was there. His granddaughter plays field hockey. Was playing field hockey there that day. I was there. The volleyball match, exciting match there. That was the least most important thing. The least important thing was me being there. Big day for Quasim Benson, a junior. Other information that was sent to me, and I must point out that I am happy to discuss pretty much anything locally related. I'm currently kind of focusing on Delaware sports because that's where I'm from, and there's enough to cover just in Delaware, just by myself. I'm always looking for people to help me out with information because I'm currently the only one doing this. If you'd like me to just talk about anything, just send it to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Here's what I suggest that you try instead of just saying, hey, our team's doing great, we deserve some attention. Instead of that, send me a message with a picture, a name, and the accomplishment that person achieved or that team achieved, and I'll be happy to talk about it. This is video. I can certainly write about it, but it's not the same without a picture. This picture is of the Milford Buccaneer cross-country team, and both the boys and the girls won the inaugural Sandhill Fields Invitational in Georgetown. Both teams squeezed out a 2-point victory over runner-up Sussex Tech, and the boys were led by Eric Perry with a 17-minute, 11-second time. 10th fastest all-time run for Milford, and they had the 17th fastest time recorded ever by Milford Buccaneer, Nate Wadelis, 17:30. And girls are led by Faith Mitchell, who finished third overall with a 21:20. Brianna Thompson, Georgia Willie, Sammy Hudson, and Paige Thompson rounded out Milford's top 5. Let's see, how's our latency? Whatever that is. Is it latency? I don't know. Are we streaming? That's all I really want to know. The viewer is back on Twitch. I will say yo to my viewer. Yo to my viewer. Should probably spell viewer, right? Yo to my viewer. There we go. And yo to my viewers on Facebook. I think I actually have to pull up Facebook to do that, though. Let's see. I have to pull it over to the other screen to do that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. All right. Not a big deal. Put that back over there. And over here. Yesterday, I was at Mount Pleasant High School refereeing the volleyball match between the Green Knights and the Brandywine Bulldogs. And prior to the match, some young athletes were awarded with a sportsmanship coin. And for Brandywine, their junior varsity honoree was Rosalie Geist, number 3. Here, if you can see my cursor in the blue. And from the varsity team, Maya Stokes, number 13, in the pink shirt. She's their libero, was honored with a coin. For Mount Pleasant, the JV team over here, number 12, Jaciana Rivera, earned a coin for her good sportsmanship. And Ellie Terranova, number 16, for hers. She was also honored before the game during senior night. And the school was generous enough to also give myself and my partner a coin as well. Appreciate that effort. It is National Officials Appreciation Week, or statewide National Appreciation Week for officials. And they were kind enough to ask those on hand at Mount Pleasant High School to stand and appreciate us. You know how, and they did, and it was very nice. But you can appreciate us by not booing us. This is like, just call it National No Boo Week, even though it's Halloween week. Boo on Halloween. Feel free to boo on Halloween. So if we do a match on Halloween, feel free to say boo. That's like a free boo day. Boo officials all you want on Halloween. That's totally cool, because we won't even really know if we're getting booed or not, right? Makes sense to me. Over at Concord High School, the Raiders were hosting the Bulldogs of Brandywine, and a couple honorees for sportsmanship were presented with coins there. Brandywine's Jenna Roper, number 2 here in blue, picked up one, and Concord's Megan Domchik, number 5 here on the right and in the white. She was given a coin. Can you believe that his hair is calmer than it was just a half an hour ago? Speaking of field hockey, the Charter School of Wilmington, 9-0 winners over St. Elizabeth's High School. Ellery Underhill had a goal and 2 assists, and Margaret Murphy scored twice for the Force. Lake Forest High School, 9-0 winners over Red Lion Christian. Sierra and Maya Jester each scored 2 times for the Spartans. And this is just a testimony to how tough the downstate teams are. Lake Forest is nowhere close in our rankings downstate. So you would think that one of the upstate teams has a sense of security going down there. We're playing Lake Forest, right? They're not Delmar, Cape and Lopin, or Caesar Rodney, or anything like that, any team like that, and then just get blasted by the Spartans. Another example here, because Woodbridge isn't having a bad year down there, but they lost 10-0 to Delmar, who must have been motivated by the fact that they only scored 6 goals against Smyrna the last time they played. So they went out and re-upped their average by scoring 10. And Macy Bradford recorded a hat trick and an assist. Jordan Holloman had 2 goals and an assist, and her sister, Josie Holloman, had a goal and 4 assists. Rachel and Chundia also scored 2 goals for the Wildcats. They remain undefeated. A couple of the other scores there, for which there are no statistical achievements worth mentioning or available. Let's rank the Delaware High School top 10 field hockey teams prior to the state tournament, which begins in another week and a half or so. No surprise, if you've been watching this, follow high school field hockey, it's Delmar, 13-0. The Division II reigning state champs, the Division I reigning state champs for a few years, Cape and Lopin. Their only loss to Delmar. Followed the next 6 teams by Henlopen Conference teams: Smyrna, Sussex Tech, Sussex Academy, Caesar Rodney, Dover Polytech. The Forest of Wilmington Charter, 13-1, and a casual viewer will say, why is Wilmington Charter 13-1 when the teams, 2 teams above them have 4 teams above them have at least 4 losses? Well, if you take a look at the Force's schedule, not knocking it, that's just what they have to play. The farthest south they have played is down here in Middletown, where the home studio is located. St. George's Tech and Appoquinimink. And St. George's Tech is 8-4, respectable. Appoquinimink 10-5, respectable. Good wins there. Only lost to St. Mark's, Division II school, and none of the Henlopen Conference teams are on the Force's schedule. It's the way it plays out sometimes. They have to play a certain amount of teams and games in their conference. If you're an independent team or non-conference team, you can set up your schedule as you wish and make it tougher. Over to boys soccer, Declan Kirby had 3 assists, and those assists were all to Sean Bogan. Scored 3 goals, the only 3 goals of the game for Delaware Military in the first half. It was enough to beat Conrad 3-2. Charter School of Wilmington also played St. Elizabeth's, this time in boys soccer, and they were at St. Elizabeth's, and another big win there for the Force of Wilmington. They win 8-0 on the soccer pitch, scoring 7 times in the first quarter. Matt Capretto scored twice. Justin Terranova had 2 goals and 2 assists. Archmere Academy only scored 1 goal. It was in overtime, and it was Carol Diaz who scored that game against Newark Charter. And there are a couple of the other scores. Newark over Glasgow 4-2. Sussex Central over Sussex Tech 7-1. In volleyball, the Odessa Ducks lose to Christiana. Excuse me, the hair is itching my face. I know this is unprofessional, but like, I'm in my home, man, and I'm not looking to be that professional, okay? I'm just here to have fun. That's it. Right, viewer? I think it's funny that I only have like 1 viewer anywhere. I don't know if I'll have as much fun if there ever gets to be a point where there's like dozens or hundreds of viewers. Might not be the same, because at that point people will be trolling me and saying dumb stuff Not that I'll see it for the most part, but it'll probably be less fun then. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just have some fun together, whether it's one of you or 100 of you. Juliana Hanlon led the Vikings of Christiana with 10 kills. So I thought the Ducks had a good chance to win this, but Tanya Conrad has done a great job with Christiana, and she has them buying in to whatever she's selling there, and they have made a lot of progress. They are 8-5. Likely going to have a tough time with Concord, but we'll see. Getting late in the year, the team's maturing, but Concord is too, and they will beat Odyssey Charter. So it's either 9-6 or 10-5. Of course, it could be 8-7 too. You never know. Anything can happen on any given day for the Vikings. And soon enough, we'll get the playoff seedings, and we'll talk about them. Wilmington Christian and St. George's Tech played a thriller in Hockessin, with the Warriors winning 3-2. Ava Cossack had 17 kills for the Warriors, and Kristen McGrail 25 assists. No statistics available from St. George's Tech, which means, by the way, that they were either unavailable for me to find or weren't submitted to me. So if you happen to watch this, see your team mentioned, and you had like 40 kills or something, it just didn't cross my desk. But feel free to send them to me. Any of your stats I think that you think are worthy of mention to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Happy to do it. Want to join me? Be a reporter, researcher, looking for people to help me out. Don't be bashful. Please. I'll be at St. George's tomorrow. Forget who they're playing, but I'll be there reffing them. Appoquinimink High School beats St. Andrews in straight sets. Alexia Fitzgerald had 11 kills, and Alexis Parkinson 20 assists for the Jags. Josephine Parson 26 digs. Did I say Parkinson had 20 digs? If I did, I meant assists. A couple of the other scores there. Red Lions straight sets over AI DuPont. Same thing. Middletown over Newark. Dickinson over Providence Christian. Wilmington Friends 3-1 winners over Caravel. And 3 different Quakers had 10 kills in that match. I've mentioned a lot of their players over the last couple weeks. Wanted to mention some other players, so it was an important match for both teams. But just wanted to get some other people in here, especially since we're getting to the 20-minute mark here. MOT Charter 3-0 over Glasgow. So this will be the last time I rank the Delaware volleyball teams before the tournament. And no surprise here, St. Mark's 12-0. We have Wilmington Friends now at number 2 after their big win against Padua, who was number 3. Newark Charter 12-2. Red Lion 12-2. The Force of Wilmington Charter moving up. They at one point were 3-4, 4-4, but they are coming on strong. They're number 6. Caravel number 5. Ursuline 7-4. Delmarva Christian makes an appearance here. Legitimately, I believe now, with the win over Dover. Dover, the Henlopen North champions. Today I'll be at Caesar Rodney, reffing the Riders match versus Sussex Central. Big match for both of those schools. The Henlopen Conference North champions are Dover, but it's important for both of those teams, Caesar Rodney and Sussex Central, for seeding in the tournament. They want to get as high a winning percentage as possible so they can get higher seeds and perhaps play a team that is easier to beat in the first round. They don't want to face a tougher team. Although I suppose if you lose, you deserve to play a tougher team. I don't know. Important match. Rivalry contest. Should be good there. today. What else did I mention in the first time I taped this that I'm forgetting now? I forget. Well, anyway, this is brought to you by me, Marshall Manlove, stage hypnotist. Did you know I wrote a book about stage hypnosis? This is my main line of work. My other line of work is real estate. I don't like that. I'm good at it. I just don't like it. It's really ruined my day yesterday and Sunday too. Wasting a lot of time. It's a shame because this couple I've been working with for over a year, 15 months now, trying to find a house. Wrote an offer. They bid over the asking price and we did not get it. A couple offers were considerably higher than the one. A $250,000 house bid $260,000, and there were other offers considerably higher. It's hard not to get emotionally involved with that when you know that the people who wanted this house are sad. And then just on top of that, the amount of time that I spent on a Sunday where I could have been with my wife, gone. And that's tough. It's a crappy business, believe me. And then what happened yesterday is literally crappy because we had a septic inspection. And what a racket that is, too. Don't get me started on that racket. All right? It's all a racket. It's hard not to get very angry during that whole process when you know you're just being conned along the way. Not by the buyers or the sellers. The other people that have to end up getting involved. So, I will help you out, but I am going to be much more picky with my clientele. I have a wonderful team that I'm a part of. My friend Anthony Ciani is my team leader. Been in the business a very long time. We've got a bunch of people on the team. And I'm going to take a different approach to real estate. I'm going to work with people who are less crazy, because that's a component of something else that happened this week too. But anyway, back to hypnosis, because that's my main thing. So for the last 15 years, I've been doing comedy hypnosis shows all around the country, from Atlantic City, Washington, D.C., New York, Las Vegas, internationally as well. And I have written a book. I teach hypnosis. In this case, my book is Methods, Myths, and Memories, How to Hypnotize People on Stage, the myths about hypnosis in general, and memories of my time doing shows across the country, complete with pictures. And you can pick that up on my website, marshallmanlove.com, just to show you that I do participate in the real estate business. Houses I have successfully sold or helped people buy over the last couple of years, and you can chat with me on that page. I think you actually chat with a social media manager from our company, but they get to me. So again, if you would like your team, favorite athlete, program talked about here, do you know a favorite place that do you have a favorite place to eat somewhere near the venue where you compete on a regular basis? Let me know. Last time I was down at Caesar Rodney was just last week. I went to a very cool store. It's a grocery store. It's at Redner's. I ended up having lunch there. I was there to pick up some specific items which they had, and I was kind of shocked because I needed 3 very specific items when I thought I was going to have to go to a few stores to get them. Got them all at Redner's, so I went back there to visit their deli. Might have been a little underwhelmed about the choices there as compared to some other delis that I've visited. But I'm kind of easy to please food-wise anyway. Got some chicken there, some salad of some sort. I'm good. But if you know a place near Caesar Rodney that I should visit, and you see this before I have to head down there like around 2 o'clock, send it to me. My sportsreports at gmail.com and just say, Marshall, got to try this place out down near Caesar Rodney, and I will go there. I'll probably have to window shop because I am watching my weight after all, but you never know. Maybe it'll be a cheat day. A cheat day in the middle of the week. All right, I think that'll do it. Just checking to see that this might have actually recorded this time. I think it did. All right, good. So that'll be it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshall Manlove, and now I am gone. Have a great day.